Hello and welcome back to the channel L Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, Riley Dean finds a new club for 2023. Sam Tomkins talks rugby league in the UK. Dylan Napper looks as if he's out of Catalan. But someone coming in is Adam Kieran. That's a possibility. So we begin with Sam Tomkins, the England and Catalans captain, who recently took to a podcast and was scathing in many of the aspects of Super League, Rugby League, and also players and teams that are outside of the playoffs in Super League. He's looking for a drastic change in Super League, with the fullback wanting more from teams outside of the playoffs and wants them to improve better and better year upon year. The England captain, who turned out for Wayne's side in the recent World Cup, believes IMG needs to change the outlook of the sport and how it's viewed across the world. We are at the stage now where we need some changes to be made, Tomkins said on the Big Jim podcast. IMG have come in to help change the look of the game and how it's put across to people, which is needed. Rugby League has been too old-fashioned thinking for too long now. And there's not been a lot of change in 15 years. I think the growth in the NRL, it is booming. It's just booming. The players are bigger, faster, stronger, the salary cap is growing, and we're not following that, and it's something we need to do. We have a good league, but it is how we get it out there and broadcast it. A man with experience in the NRL and also in the top level of Super League, well, in Rugby League and Super League, has been a player for some 332 games at club level, scoring 210 tries, kicking 268 goals and 14 drop goals. He spent 2 years with New Zealand Warriors, and much has changed since he was there in terms of financing and also as a league as a whole. But turning his attention back to Super League, Tomkins believes that those sides outside Super League playoffs need to improve in order to help support the sport as a whole. St. Helens are the best side. They've won 4 grand finals in a row, which is pretty annoying. They're doing well, but some clubs have fallen away. The strong clubs here will always be strong. What we need is the team in 9th, 10th and 11th. We want them to get them pushed up to the top. It will be the biggest change. Well, looking at the league table from last year, the team in 11th is sure to go up the table from what they've done over the season, as there's no way that Warrington can repeat what they did last season, can they? But in the meantime, Sam has some interesting takes. Some I may not just agree, but others definitely do. There needs more money in Rugby League and the sport needs to improve as a whole. At this point though, the clubs are just looking for number one. They're not looking long term because they're living season by season. They will be relieved when the licensing comes in, but it's not a true reflection of where the teams need to be going. Did you have to hit the targets by the time IMG come in, or will they have to start hitting targets 5 years into the IMG plan? We'll have to see. At this moment in time, it's going to be same old next season, as we know. But anyway, who's going to finish top? You tell me in the comments. So we continue with Catalans Dragons, as in the last few days it was revealed that Catalans Dragons are set to sign Adam Kieran from Sydney Roosters. That has now been corroborated with reports from down under, namely by Fox League. They also provide further details on the move, which will see the versatile Aussie fill out one of the 3 remaining quarter spots left at the Stag Recruiters for 2023. According to Fox League, Kieran has signed will sign only a 1-year contract with the club, leaving the door open for him to make a swift return to the NRL should he want to. It will be interesting to see what position Steve McNamara plays him in. After the loss of Josh Drinkwater to Warrington Wolves yesterday, the Catalans Dragons lost a halfback and have also moved on their first choice of centres for 2021 and 2022 in the shape of Sammy Sonilangi and Dean Ware. Though the French club are in desperate need of centres before the season begins, and they feel Kieran might be the one that fills that spot. The news that really came out of left field is that Catalans have tried an ambitious attempt in interest in fellow Sydney Roosters star Jared Waihara-Hargreaves for 2023 again, according to reports down under. The interest sparked during the World Cup and began after reports that the Dragons were willing to offload Josh Drinkwater and Dylan Napa after just 1 year with the club. Napa, a former Rooster also, doesn't have a club yet for 2023 if he leaves Perpignan. Earlier this month, the former Rooster prop was told by the French club that he was no longer needed and thus far been searching for a new club. And according to the French publication Independent, Wakefield Trinity have put out feelers about potentially signing the heavyweight. Trinity are just one of few Super League clubs that still have quota spaces available since the exits of David Fafita, Jacob Miller, Bill Tupou and Tini Arona. As such, new head coach Mark Applegarth has already brought in a former Gold Coast Titans forward Kevin Proctor, whilst Morgan Smith has joined from Featherstone Rovers. Napa would certainly bring punch to the Wakefield pack after a disappointing 2022 Super League season, in which Trinity's flirted with relegation once more. A lot of changes are in at Trinity, and whether or not they can sustain a decent record in Super League or go that step further with a coach that's unknown is going to be an interesting one, as off the field they are making pains and strides to improve the whole infrastructure, with the North Stand being redeveloped and also that East Stand. You'll be able to see that in a video which I've posted here. And finally, fresh off the deal that saw Josh Drinkwater join Warrington Wolves, young halfback Riley Dean has joined Featherstone Rovers on a season-long loan and joins up with Sean Long's side ahead of the 2023 campaign. Dean, who was also on loan at York last season, is excited at the challenge that awaits him at the Rovers. I'm really excited to join this club. I feel that it's on the brink of something great. From a personal perspective, the opportunity to work with one of the greatest halves in the history of the game in Sean Long is a huge opportunity. I'm really looking forward to seeing how I can progress under him. Though he makes the move to Featherstone Rovers, he is still going to be training full-time with the Warrington Wolves squad during the 2023 season, while the loan is an initial year-long deal. Warrington Wolves have the option to call him back with 2 weeks' notice at any point during the loan. And now he links up with Featherstone Rovers after 9 total Warrington Wolves appearances, with 6 coming during the last campaign. After being at York during his 2022 campaign, Dean has gained experience in the second tier with other clubs, such as Dewsbury Rams and Newcastle Thunder, since making his debut with Warrington back in 2019. He's a latest eye-catching signing from Sean Long for the 2023 season, as he joins Elijah Taylor and Chris Hankinson, who joined Featherstone's promotion bid for Super League in 2024. Head coach Sean Long, who met with the fans for the first time on Thursday evening, said to the interview and the Featherstone Rovers website, "Riley is a talent. Hungry. A talented young and hungry halfback with a bright future ahead of him. We've got a great squad here, and Riley's a great addition to that squad." At 6'1" and 21 years of age, Dean spent last season out on loan to develop his craft as a rugby league halfback. He's also been a member of the Ireland national team in the last few months. So the talented halfback is gaining that experience to become the Super League player that he wants to be. Even though there's that 2-week callback notice from Warrington at any point during the loan, Dean knows where his focus is sitting for the next 12 months. Featherstone Rovers and playing for Featherstone Rovers while trying to get the tools available to him in place for when he goes back to Gallop's side, hopefully becoming a first team starter there. Full season at Featherstone could surely do that, as players like Josh Drinkwater are not the youngest. They've got an emergency halfback when it comes to Stefan Ratchford, but they're centres this year, and he's not the youngest either at 34. It's an exciting time for Dean. Can he grab it with both hands? We'll have to see. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, plus clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's episode in the comment section below. It's open for business. Tell me what your thoughts are. Be respectful, as I always ask. But before I go, I'm not going to do a quick review of what has been said on the video. I'm going to show you this. Well, that's the total that Kevin Sinfield has hit for his 7 in 7 challenges. £2.064 million with 394,000 in gift aid, 265% over the target that's been set of £777.77. It's all at giveasyoulive.com, and you can see the email, the address up there for anyone who wants to donate to the cause. A fantastic cause, ladies and gentlemen. Even just to applaud Kevin for what he's done. Look at that. That's a target and a half. And he's hit more than £7 million for MMD. Fantastic effort from the man. Well done to you, Kevin. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I'll end the episode as I always do by wishing you all the very best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.